Some juicy news for Ripple, RLUSD, and XRP fans. Actually, there's a couple big stories. Hbar's making a rebound, so is XRP, along with the entire freaking altcoin market. We got the Fed, a little bit of liquidity talk. Bank of America recommending crypto to all of its clients.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And oh, we got green on the screen, so I changed my background to match the action. Where's your green? Are you wearing any? Because look at this, we've got some double-digit gains, girlfriend. Doge up 10%, ETH up 10, Sol up 12, ADA up 15. What is going on? Well, guess what? We've got some good news, and the Fed money printer go burr. Is that good? Bad? Well, right now it's freaking good because we are green on the screen. Now, before we get into the news, like the juicy Ripple XRP news that I got for you, I do your comments. Why? Well, because you are the viewer, and yep, you know the saying, you matter most. Simply the Spider says, last 2 months were definitely let down Aroni. Well done there, sir. Hopefully we aren't facing a Dipcember. Oh, and bringing the new year with a massive bang. Dude, I'm hoping that we finally get an upside month. Now, there's a little bit of concern that we might not get the right stuff done, but if we can get some big macro conditions to turn around, oh baby, it'll be hot. Thanks for all your efforts, Hoss. Well, thank you, viewer. All of you viewers, I pick your comments at random times during the day. Andy Lovell, I'm gonna love this one, everyone, says, I don't have anything constructive to say. Just want you to read my comment in your next video. Love your videos. Keep up the great work. If you're ever in the Detroit area, we have a Tigers versus White Sox ticket on me. Ooh, I'm wearing my Sox hoodie. Thank you. 35th and Shields. Only true Sox fans know what that is. Thank you, Andy, for hanging out with us. Alan McMaster's hanging out with us as well. Says, happy December, brother. Hoping for a better month. For real. October and November were kind of meh. Now we might be turning things up. But look. I'm not getting excited. In the morning video, I said, hey, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to buy. Here's the thing. All of a sudden, the prices started doing some of this action, and I was like, I'm not going to chase this. I'll wait for a red day. I always know there's going to be some sort of red day around the corner, but let's not get negative. Let's stay positive. I'm just saying I'm not going to chase. I don't chase green candlesticks. I have my targets, and I stick with them, but these are juicy green candlesticks. Dude, we were like at $2 earlier. Now we're up at $2.17. I know. It's not like the juiciest, biggest of things. But for real, I'll take this kind of action. In 24 hours, up 8%. Yeah, that's good XRP juice. And that's with volume being kind of meh at $4.6 billion. So what's going on? Well, green up on the screen. Now, granted, there are certain things that are deep in the red still. But look at SWE, up 21%. That is some juicy swing action rebound. Altcoin season, well, I mean, really not getting there. 20 out of 100. Why? Well, because BTC is moving up as well. And over the last 90 days, well, the majority of the alts have gotten their butts pounded. And that's what we have to keep in mind here. In fact, let's zoom in on that really quick before we get into news. Here's over the last 90 days. These cryptos that you see here in green, only ones that have beaten BTC in price over those last 3 months. But look at these. XRP in the 3-month down 24%. XLM down 30%. Filecoin 33%. Hbar 35%. Ondo 46%. ADA 48%. So I get it. We got some green Aroni up on the screen, but holy shit, the last 90 days have been absolutely horrible. In fact, SWE, right? Up 21%. We talked about that just like, what, a minute ago? Last 90 days, down 52. That's even with today's action. So yeah, we're kind of bouncing back, but it's, you know. Ripple Inc.'s new partnership to advance bank integration for RLUSD. RLUSD has scored another win as it seeks to expand its reach in the global financial sector. Ripple has partnered with Re.Pay, a global stablecoin-based payment fintech that integrates blockchain solutions with traditional banking. In a recent announcement, Ripple and Re.Pay have decided to launch, or is it Red.Pay? Send crypto, receive NGN. Nice. With this new feature, Red.Pay will send XRP or other supported cryptocurrencies, and the fintech company will automatically convert it to NGN. Okay. What's cool is this is BTC, XRP, ETH, USDC, USDT, Sol, Ton, Tron, Binance, look, if you missed it, it's all linked in the description below. I think this is cool. Will it bring the juicy price action? No, bigger macros bring juicy price action, but this is good for the ecosystem. This is juicy because a lot of people out there do exactly what their banks and advisors say. And I get it. Some out there are like, bro, if you listen to some of the banks, if you listen to the advisors like Kramer, you'd be washed. And you'd be exactly right. But there's a lot of people that listen to their advisors. Well, this is good. Bank of America recommends crypto exposure in all client portfolios. It wasn't too long ago when all of a sudden, or when all these players were like, yo, we don't think you should own any crypto. Now they're saying, hey, put in 1 to 4%. Bank of America has endorsed a 1 to 4% digital allocation to all of its Merrill, Bank of America, and Merrill Edge clients. Previously, only the bank's wealthiest clients could get any cryptocurrency exposure upon request of their portfolio managers. Now, the bank will begin covering 4 of the 5 top BTC ETFs by market cap starting January 5th. This move comes as traditional financial institutions encourage crypto adoption in their clients. Nice. This is exactly what we want. So, a few years ago, stay away from crypto. Now, put 1 to 4% in. That's a big change in these traditional finance players. Now, BTC pumps as the Fed ends their QT, their quantitative tightening program. Fed has officially ended its quantitative tightening program. This pivotal move could reshape the trajectory of assets like BTC and the alts. Notably, the decision signals the start of a new liquidity expansion phase, a shift that has historically fueled stronger rallies in equities and cryptocurrencies. As part of this transition, the Fed added more than $13 billion to the banking system using overnight repo deals, marking the second biggest liquidity move by the U.S. Apex Bank since 2019. Whoa. As the news spread across the financial community, several prominent crypto figures, including CZ, have weighed in. They're bullish about it. Industry leaders suggest that the Fed's decision typically translates into greater market participation, easier access to capital, and stronger upside momentum for BTC and the alts. This is nice. Bitcoin chairman Tom Lee said that Bitcoin jumped nearly 20% in the weeks following the previous Fed's end to QT. He said BTC and all could rally similarly this time. Nice. I'm not going to chase. I told you in an earlier video, and I did. I transferred money. I was ready to go, and then I saw the big green candlesticks. I'm like, look, just wait for the United States government, Los Estados Unidos, to fuck some stuff up. Just wait for it. Dude, these people can't even get out of their own fucking way. So, like I said, happy about this today, but I have money on the sideline ready to buy. Here's how much XRP Ripple just unlocked in escrow. If you want to read about it, you're welcome to. It's obviously not having any negative effect on the price. You ask me, it's a big nothing burger. It's kind of like a headline thing. Totally truthful. Totally truthful with you. Big macros move money more so than anything. Now, Hbar, yo, look at this. This is healthy as well. Look at these candlesticks. We're at 13.15. Now we're at 14.35. That's a very healthy swing in like the last, half a day? Yo, I'll take that action, but remember, we gotta zoom out. And that's part of the problem here, is sometimes people get caught up in these little pumperonis, because when you zoom out, you're like, bro, we got a ways to go. Oh, shit. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? We got a ways to go. Go to the 1 month and you're like, oh, damn it. So yeah, 14 cents, good right now, but not good enough. I mean, I get it. We're thawing. It's nice, but remember, you got to kind of stick with zooming in and zooming out, because zooming out, Hbar over the last 90 days is down 35%, and that includes the move today. So a lot of our players are still in a downside. Yes, excited that we're getting this upside. Volume for Hbar, 200 million, so it's okay. It's okay. Cheaper Hbar than this? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you can get cheaper Hbar than this. We've seen in the last 1 month, you've been able to do that quite a few times. So I'm not chasing, I'm sniping. XRP's made a very healthy move here, and it's the same story. Getting a rebound from this nasty low from the end of November and the start of December, and we're kind of getting close to where we were before then. I'm not going to get too excited till we can breach the 220 mark and get on north of that, because look, that's where we were hanging out from the 29th to the 1st. So, is this a little bit of a trapperoni? It's possible. It's possible. The Fed stuff, I think that's good news. stuff with the Senate not being able to get the votes through in order to get the government shutdown stuff avoided, that's a little tough. Because remember, of the 12 budget things, they got 3 of them done. They got 9 left. Thune is like, I don't know if we can do it. But the markets are like, okay, macros are starting to turn around. People are starting to look at this going, okay, we can digest inflation. We get it. But if the Fed starts adding a little bit of liquidity to the markets will definitely take that. I mean, it is December. October kind of was November was balls. Maybe December's going to be a juicy month and Santa Claus can come to your house and bring you a big fat sack of the green stuff. Talking crypto. God, what were you thinking? And like I said, I'm definitely not going to chase. So I've got my list of things that I'm into. I started looking up some oil stocks on the old trading app. And I'm like, okay, well, crypto's doing a little bit of rebound. I've got some money put to the side. What is on discount or sale today? And again, I just look for assets that have good balance sheets in industries that I think are going to be able to do it. Because sometimes industries get pounded down. Sometimes crypto gets pounded, but then sometimes it roars back. Sometimes oil gets pounded, and then sometimes it roars back. Sometimes construction stuff gets pounded, and then it roars back. It's the cycle and flow of things. So right now, we're starting to see a temporary rebound from crypto. Enough green for me to be able to, put my background green. Is this something that we're all going to be like, oh, we're finally out of it? No, because the reality is we really need regs and we really need a few rate cuts and we really need inflation to go down and we really need this debt problem to just get solved because the debt is still lingering and that's a big problem. And with the government shutdown lingering, that's another big problem. So we got things that we got to jump over, but no. Green on the background, green on the screen, the choo-choo bitch is signing going, and you know what that means? It means what? Choo-choo bitches, I gotta go play with the dogs.